Students, on page number 41, please keep your pencils in your hands. There is an exercise. They said that read these expressions and talk about them. When do we use them? So, you can see here they have given us the expressions, or you can say the proverbs or the sayings, and here are some meanings. Match the proverbs above the meanings below. So what is our work to do here? We are going to match these options or these proverbs with their meanings in the second question. Okay? So we can say that these options are the expressions. We can say these are the sayings, or these are the well-known proverbs, right? And we are all familiar with them. We sometimes use them frequently in our conversations, especially in our reading books. So the first one is better late than never. Second is a stitch in time saves nine. B is never do things by halves. E is too many cooks spoil the broth. And the last is many hands make light work. So what we are going to do now with these expressions? Here are the meanings. We are going to match them with their meaning. Students, as concerns with this proverb, better late than never. Here you see in B option, it is written, it is better to come to something late than not at all. What does it mean? Better late than never? It is better to come to understand late than not at all. Okay? Mention here A at the end of this sentence. The B is never do things by halves. What does it mean? It means, come to the last sentence of exercise B. Try to finish every part of a job. What does it mean? Never do things by halves. Try to finish every part of a job. It means that finish all your work nicely. Think about each and every chunk or every point of your work which you are doing. Okay. C is many hands make light work. What does it mean? It means if you have a lot of people to help, your work gets done quickly. Do mention C at the end of this sentence. This is very easy. D is a stitch in time saves nine. What does it mean? It means, in the first line, if you repair something as soon as it gets bad, it will save time later on. It means that if you have any issue, any problem, if you will sort it out as early as possible, later on things will be easier for you. Okay, the last is too many cooks spoil the broth. And what does it mean? It means if too many people help, the work may not be done well. Why? Why is it so? Because sometimes we don't need hands, we need brains. So when so many people will give their own suggestions and their own techniques to the work may be not done very well. Hope you have understood these proverbs and their meanings. Students, here is the last question, activity about conjunctions. You might not be familiar, or maybe you will be familiar with this term, but we are familiar in the sense that we are using conjunctions in our daily conversation as well as in our writing matters. So conjunctions are the words which connects other words in a sentence, Or you can think like that conjunctions are the words that they use, we use them as a glue in a sentence. How? What the glue does? It connects. So conjunctions are the words, they connects sentences, phrases and clauses in the sentence. We will see how. In this example, see black and white. What is connecting black with white? The word and. This is conjunction. Big or small. What is connecting these two words? Or. So this is our conjunction. He is old but he is strong. They are two independent phrases. So what, clauses. So what is connecting these two clauses in the sentence? The word but. You see? So but and or. Similarly, or. These are our. What are these? These are our conjunction words. Okay, come to the page number 42, the last exercise of this lesson. They want us to put suitable conjunctions in the following blanks and write the complete sentences in your notebook. Just fill the examples, fill the blanks right on the book. No need to rewrite on notebooks. The first one is, I have lost my knife dash fork. Knife and fork. B is, she is very thin. She eats a lot. She is very thin but she eats a lot. So you see how but is connecting these two sentences together. Are you going to buy a shirt dash a pair of trousers? So this is the question. Are you going to buy a shirt or a pair of trousers? And students, remember, there can be more than one conjunction can be possible in one sentence. So we can also write and we can also write or. D is that a robin or a swallow? So they are asking a question about, is that robin or a swallow? Question sentence E is, my father dash my mother are going to the market. My father and my mother are going to the market. Last is, I can sing dash I can't whistle. I can sing but I can't whistle. Students, can you imagine these sentences without the usage of these conjunctions? Just imagine the last one. If we will say, I can sing, I can't whistle. Do you think that does it suits well? No, it doesn't convey a good sense. So conjunctions are the bridging links. You can say they are the connectors. They connect words, sentences, phrases and clauses together. Okay. Hope you have understood the activities of our lesson. Inshallah, with the workbook activities of the same lesson, we will meet in our next session. Till then, stay blessed and goodbye.